going to begin our tutorials with an introduction to the About page, which is the first thing you see as a composer when you log into the Studio 51 portal. So basically you go to studio51music.com and select to enter into the composer area. Once you get in there, this is the screen you will see. Okay, and once you put your username in, it should stay there. And then all you have to do is follow it with your password. You can't just hit return because we don't have any kind of cookies or anything in there, so you do have to hit login. Okay, that will take you to the About page. Now there's a lot of things on this About page that you really need to understand, and it's critically important. First thing, as you all know, every Monday night at 8:30 Eastern Time and at 5:30 California time, we do a Ustream broadcast which discusses the issues at hand. And if you look right here, that's what this little spot right here is for. It's for you to be able to go in and see what's going on in the Ustream. Okay, so if you miss one, you can go in and look at it at a later time, because I upload them almost immediately from Ustream into the portal. If I click on that, you'll see a player there, and you'll see titles: meetings in LA in February, metadata and genres, PMA, policy and teams. Okay, this is the most recent one that we did, teams and floaters. So all you would have to do is just move your mouse over that, click on it, and it will take you to a player that will begin to play the video. Okay? Now if we go back to the About page, just click About again. And if we move down, we see that there are stem templates. Okay? And what these are for, and I'm not going to display them on this particular tutorial, but these stem templates, if you click here, you will see what the stem templates are for different kinds of stems and cues that we're writing. Because this is going to be viewed openly, that's somewhat of a proprietary issue, so I'm going to leave that closed at this point. All I'm saying is, as a composer, you can go in, and when you see the mouse click over to a pointer, okay, like it does right there, you can click on that and you can go in and have a look at our different proposed templates. So it gives you an idea of exactly what you can do. Okay, now this is an area, this next area called Contact Us. And by the way, read all of these things. But this next area called Contact Us very simply is, if I click on it, it's to Dave Trotter Sr., question about my demo, question regarding Studio 51 forum, about demo opportunities. Okay, you find your question issue. There's mine, here's Dave Jr.'s, okay, and here's Susan's. Okay, they all relate to the kind of things that you guys have day-to-day questions about. The nice thing about it is when you submit a question to Studio 51, it puts in your composer ID, so we know exactly who you are, not only from your email address, but also from your composer number, so that if it's something that I need to go in and look at a spreadsheet or a database or something, these software issues are not addressed by your name. They're addressed by your composer number. So I need that composer number quite often. So I want everyone to get used to using this Contact Us format instead of direct emails. We're reaching a point right now where direct emails are just going to be our last priority unless they're from clients. Okay, so if you really don't know, if you don't see a subject here and you're not sure what to click, just click on non-business or personal. But I think pretty much everything is covered in here. I mean, if you don't see it on me, if you look down at Dave Jr., you'll have a question regarding my upload, recommend a new composer, report a portal bug, add a co-writer. There's number of different things. If you look at Susan, it's obviously administrative, regarding contracts, regarding payouts, regarding administration, regarding personal info. Okay, so we want to utilize this because that email is really flagged. That's where I go first. Okay, so to get your question answered quickly, I would suggest that you use this from now on. Okay, let's go back to the About page, so I'll close that. And if we scroll down a little further, here's a list of approved demos. So all you have to do, remember, anywhere there's green print, okay, you can go in and click on it. Just move over the top of it, click on it, and this will take you to approved demos. And this is basically the Studio 51 Music Showcase. All you have to do is do a retrieve music. So if I want to listen to what kind of music is in advertising, I click on advertising and I click retrieve music, and there's going to be a number of titles that have been approved in the advertising genre. And all I have to do is, if I want to hear exactly what this is, I just press the play button. And you'll begin to hear the music. So that gives you the approved demos, and it gives you a little feel for what we're going to be looking for. You'll see there's advertising, ambient drone, Americana, blues children, cinematic, classical, comedy, corporate, country, dance, documentary, drama, drone, dubstep, electronic, experimental. The list goes on. Okay, they're all in there for you to go in and get a feel for exactly what we're looking for in each one of these areas. Okay, now this came up on a totally separate tab in my browser. So to get back to the About page, I have to go, see here, it says Studio 51 Showcase. I can just close that out, and I'm back into the portal because the portal's still on a tab. Okay, before I go to the forum, I want to click on a couple of other things. Here is the Monday evening Ustream broadcast, okay, and I'll be changing this to 8:30. Okay, so if I look and I'll see that on Monday 2/25 at 8 p.m. Reopening ops. That's what we were talking about. And if you click right here, because our broadcasts are proprietary, we don't open that up for anybody to view. Okay, that's totally Studio 51 confidential information. You'll get a password if you click on this area, and of course now that I'm there it is, and it is posted just prior to the Ustream broadcast. And in this particular case, this week's password is floaters. So if you come into the Ustream broadcast that I'm about to put on to learn about reopening ops, all you would do is go here and say click to view the Studio 51 News broadcast. And that'll take you to a new tab again on your browser. And if I type in floaters, okay, you'll see that it will take me directly to the Ustream page, and this is where you'll have an opportunity to watch that evening's broadcast. Also, there's a social stream. Don't get too hung up on that. The chat is where you want to be. The social stream I can't see as I'm broadcasting, but the chat I can see. So if we're going to talk back and forth and have any dialogue, it's important to get into the chat. Okay, and this is all based on doing a login. I've sent out a piece of information on how to create an account with Ustream so that you can come in and be part of the conversation. Okay, I always want to see who's who because again, this is somewhat proprietary information that is utilized in here. Again, this came up on a separate tab, so what we're going to do is we're going to X out of that tab. You should read this entire page. It's important information. Okay? There will be some updates to it based upon what our most recent issues are. Okay, there's probably going to be some changes to my opportunities. I have to reread this and see exactly where we stand with that and see if it's accurate, up to date. In the same case with my music and the summary, because we've made some changes, of course, with the team structure at Studio 51. And what the beauty of this whole thing is now we have basically 130 screeners. Okay. If I click View a Sample, okay, what this is this is basically, if you would have read that paragraph, this is basically showing you a sample of what metadata looks like and what can be viewed, and how you can look at it and say, you know, I've got this, I've got that, but I'm missing something in particular. There are some new updates to the portal software that allow you, that make sure that you put everything in. So if you look at this, you'll notice that it says missing, please re-upload this file. Stinger button ending, it's missing down here. The 10, the take 10 is missing. This is take 10 right here. It's missing, and it has to be brought down and put in here. So you're missing part of your upload, and until you finish your upload, your queue and it cannot be submitted to any of our clients. Okay, again, this is also on a different tab. So what you always want to do is look up. If you see Composer Portal, that's the tab you want to go to. There's a Composer Portal. Here's the metadata checker. The last thing I want to discuss is the Studio 51 forum. Okay, we've created a forum so that composers can talk to one another. If you look right here, you'll see that here is the forum link. If I press on that, it takes me directly to the Studio 51 forum. And you'll see subjects like Inside Studio 51 Music, equipment and software, strings and techniques for making samples sound live. There's 34 topics. There's been 218 posts. These are people who know what they're talking about, or who are asking a question followed by statements from people who know what they're talking about. Samples and current sounds for electronica, dance, and hip-hop. These are important. Why does that trumpet sound live? These are, by the way, a lot of these are postings that you guys have made. Here's a water cooler, general chit-chat and gossip corner. It's a lot of fun. Got 137 posts and 31 topics. Okay? Collaborators Corner. Are you a singer and you want to sing in a certain genre but you don't produce and write in that genre? Or are you a person who does strictly instrumental music, but you would like to do some songs and you'd like to collaborate with a singer? Or you're a person who does electronic. You want to collaborate with someone who does orchestral to do a hybrid. Okay? Also here is peer-to-peer. I doubt that'll be used as much anymore with our new team structure, but it's important to know that it's there. Engineering tech tips and orchestral pitfalls. Okay, let's just take a look at what one of these might look like. If I click to go in, okay. Oh, I know I'm not logged in, and I'm afraid that I have my my log. Oh, there it is. Nope. I'm going to have to go back and review my information to log in. But you'd see that within that area, there is some very important conversations going on that will help you out. Again, this comes up on a separate tab. So just X out of the tab and you're back on the welcome page. My common term for the welcome page is the splash page. Okay, the splash page means that's where you land when you first come in. Okay, you need to know how to navigate this page as a composer. It's very important. Okay, so that ends our conversation about logging in and a splash page. The next videos that we'll go through, and you'll get an opportunity to see how submitting a demo, how we do it from an administrative standpoint, how we approve, require edits, or deny a demo based upon what we hear, and all of this other information. I will mention one thing though, on this splash page, because there's no sense making a separate, a totally separate video for going to the chat room. But here's the chat room, okay? And I can call myself Dave. Oh, there it is, Dave Senior. Okay. And if I want to chat with somebody that's in the chat room, okay, I'm able to do that. All right, so this is our introduction to the portal. I hope this helps you out. Learn this splash page or about page because it's very important and it starts you in the right direction. And training videos are, on that page up in that first area we talked about, which is going to train you. These videos I'm making right now, which is going to train you in the utilization of the portal from start to finish.